Well, we need to have the best offense since I've been here, because that's where we can make the most improvement. We just have not been an effective offense, especially in the running department. And to be effective in this conference, as you guys in Eugene know, you have to be able to run the ball. Chip's done an unbelievable job since he's been at Oregon running the football, and that's why it translates to their on-field success and Rose Bowl berth and all that stuff. So for us to get there, and which is the prize, we have to be a better running team.
Kevin Prince really showed last year that he's a tough customer. I mean, he took his lumps last year, but pushed through all of that. Got to have respect for a guy like that, huh?
Yeah, I think Kevin is one of the quality quarterbacks in the league. I know there's a number of them, and it's understandable why he's not getting all the attention because of the other guys' successes and accolades. But I think quietly, he can be a really good player, and he's got all the measurables, he's got all the intangibles. Now he just needs to go and get it done. He needs to. We've gone through the growing pains. He's had a year under his belt. Now let's see what he can do, knowing what the pace of the game is and what things are going on in the field, and see if he can get us down the field a little more often.
Looking for big things from Akeem this year. There, based on you lost your top 2 tacklers. He was number 3 on the list.
Right.
Kind of one of the leaders back there.
He's a huge weapon for us on defense. He and Raheem Moore are, bona fide big-time players. They're ball hawks. They're turnover machines. And we have to be creative how we use them, so defenses just can't throw away from them because they are that talented. Akeem's also a very talented pass rusher. So we got to get a lot of big plays out of those guys. No question about it.
Your schedule this year, I'm looking at it. You
don't think I did it, huh? You don't think I made it up? Yeah, it's demanding, but it is what it is, and the bottom line of that is it's an exciting thing for our players because everybody wants to be in the big game. Well, we get to do that in a number of weeks. We open at Kansas State. That'll be a huge game back there in Midwest heat. Then we come home and we've got Stanford, one of the top teams in our conference, will be a slugfest in a night game under the lights at the Rose Bowl. That'll be an awesome experience. And then Houston Cougars with their All-American candidate Case Keenum come in on the next week. The completely bipolar offense from what we'll have seen against Stanford. And then we go to Texas. So the month of September is going to call everything we've got. But because of that, the off-season's been that more intense. The training camp will be that much more intense because everybody understands what's at stake. We got to come out of the blocks, and we got to be a good football team right away.
And then you've got to go to Autzen, which is
Thursday night.
Yeah. So
Thursday night game, which is always a great environment. I mean, the Duck fans are terrific. They love their team. They hate the opponent, or maybe it's just when I get there. But it's an electric environment, and it's one that if you're a competitor, you got to enjoy. And we gave them a good game the last time we were there. We weren't good enough to win the game, but we're excited about getting another chance to go.
You watched from afar what happened with Oregon in the offseason. Was there any part of you that sort of felt some empathy for Chip a little bit?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I thought Chip Kelly did one of the great coaching jobs I've ever seen last year with what took place against Boise and all the scrutiny on the program. And the way he managed that and kept his team together and winning the conference, I thought it was masterful. And certainly the offseason hasn't been what he wanted, but again, he's handled it, really efficiently. And I know he's excited about coaching football. That's one thing we as coaches, we all like finally getting out there and actually doing what we were paid to do. There's a lot of other things they ask us to do, but this is what we enjoy.
Surprised they were picked to win the Pac-10 after losing Masoli, or is it just a testament to how many guys they got coming back?
I think it's a salute to the system as well as to the kids that have won a championship. And until someone takes it away, you're the champion. And I respect that out of the Riders. If you look at the rankings, they really are pretty close to where we finished a year ago, and that's okay. We were picked to be 8th, which is where we finished. So it's up to us to make some noise and prove that that's not the case.
With Oregon State, the Rogers brothers seemingly touch the ball on every play, and the stats show that. I mean, sometimes they're over 70% of offense for any given game. It seems like it should be predictable, but then again, people can't stop them.
Can't tackle them. Yeah. It just shows that Mike Riley's a pretty smart coach too. Keep giving it to those guys. They are hard to get down. They've been fortunate that they've stayed healthy, and for the last couple of years, and Coach Riley is another great example of a guy who builds a program and stays with it and you know, just does a really good job. The state of Oregon has two of the fine football coaches in the country.
I wanted to ask you about the comeback at Oregon State last year. One of the microcosms of your season. One of the other guys suggested, started out the game really sloppy and then played really well at the end, but it wasn't.
We kind of found ourselves in that second half. You know, we were down 19-3, and you know, you'd seen sparks of it on the practice field, but it hadn't happened in a game, and so the confidence isn't there, and all of a sudden it happened. You know, we got ourselves back 19-19 and really had a chance to win the game. They threw us an interception, we dropped it. Our best player, Alteron Werner, who's in the NFL now, you know, he catches that 99 out of 100, but in that particular day it wasn't to be. So and give them credit, they went down the field and scored. But you know, that's where we are as a program. We're close, we're not there. Now it's time to get over the hump, and hopefully this year will be that chance to prove that that's where we are at.
I know the camera's rolling, but you know, with USC getting the sanctions, I mean, is this a chance for you guys to sort of assert some of your? You
know, I don't worry about sanctions. It wouldn't matter what was going on at SC. We're going to assert if we can. We're going to do everything we can to assert. We want definitely to be in the mix. We want to be a frontline program. We've recruited well. We're working our tails off in the off season. Now it's time to go out and do it. And I know there are 9 other coaches saying the same thing on camera too. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. Let's just take care of our business, and we'll tee it up when the time comes.
Are you looking forward to the expansion?
Yeah, I mean, the changes, the winds of change in college football are here. I mean, we've got to face it, and I think Larry Scott, as our commissioner, understood it and got in front of it, and I think that's wise. And I don't think the changes are done. I think there's a lot more to happen. I mean, the economies of this sport are going to keep working in such a way that everybody's going to keep looking to see what's the best way to maximize our potential, because we're the breadwinners for college athletics, and I think that's there's still more to happen.